El 18 de julio se estrena en cines El amanecer del planeta de los simios, en la que Andy Serkis vuelve a interpretar al mono César, que ya sabe hablar un poquito más que en la película anterior. Nos hemos acercado al preestreno en Madrid para hablar con el actor, con Keri y con el director Matt Reeves sobre esta secuela y sobre sus planes de futuro. ¿Qué nos deparará esta película, la más mona de este verano? Did you imagine back in the Lord of the Rings that one performance would open for you all the doors to all the franchises, to Star Wars, now the Avengers 2?
I had no idea, you know. I mean, the one thing I was certain, I knew that Lord of the Rings was a very special experience, and at the time there was no methodology of performance capture. It was a gamble from everyone, you know. But Peter Jackson, the one thing that he wanted to do was to have an actor to play Gollum with the other actors, and he wasn't sure how exactly it was going to work, but over the course of 3 years of making those movies, we evolved the process. And then when I finished Lord of the Rings, I thought, well, that was just one character, and now I go back and I continue my work as an actor, more traditional stage work and television and film. And then he asked me to play King Kong, and that was a big realization, a big change, because I realized this technology allows you to play anything. You know, now you can play a 3.5-foot, you know, monkey, or a golem, or a 25-foot gorilla. You know, you can play anything. So for me, it then became very exciting, and that's why I've enjoyed playing all of these different roles using this technology.
So now you're working in Star Wars, in the Avengers. You're planning to direct your first movie. How do you manage to do all the things, and how is it going? All that stuff. It's
going very well. It is. You know, I don't sleep very much at the moment, but that's okay. There's a long time to sleep. So no, but I'm loving it. It's fantastic, and we've set up in London the performance capture studio called the Imaginarium, which I run with my producing partner, and it's to further the art and craft of performance capture. So from that, we work on digital characters for films, other people's films, and also our own projects as well. So one of the projects is Animal Farm, which I'm going to direct. But first of all, I'm directing Jungle Book. Yeah.
So tough year for you. Yeah. Well, last question. How do you think it will evolve this bond between technology and performance?
I think it's a fantastic tool. This tool it's very liberating for an actor. It means you can play anything. So I think it's, with all of the movies that are being made at the moment, all the studio movies, and the characters that are involved in those movies, it's perfect for actors to play those kind of roles.
Well, you've been very involved in the Americans, but you've decided to be part of this sequel. What was the reason for being involved?
My involvement is solely Matt Reeves, who directed the movie, who many years ago created a television series in America called Felicity that I was in, and I've always had a very sweet connection and have been trying for many years to do something together again. I did not think it was going to be Planet of the Apes, but I'm so happy it was, and you know, I think what he's added to big summer blockbuster movies is a real sense of story and integrity to characters, and really telling stories the way I love to read them in books, and I think that's always a good thing for a big summer movie.
Was it weird to shoot with all those people around you with suits of a lot of sensors?
I was anxious about it because I'd never done anything like that of that scale by any means, but I was very relieved to know that really it's just Andy Serkis acting, and he's just an incredible actor. The only thing different is that he has these cameras attached to him literally capturing or photographing his performance. So it wasn't strange at all. In fact, Andy's such a magnificent actor that it was incredible to work with him.
Well, last question. You're spending a lot of time on TV, but are you planning to come back to the big screen soon?
Oh, it's all up to what comes my way, you know, or what stories come. Right now, I'm doing this job on cable television in the States, and you know, that's just such an interesting place to work. The stories are so good, especially for women. They're just interesting and detailed and weird and fun, and I love that. So, but it's just about story for me.